You stepped into your power, and now nothing can hold you back. The strength you have cultivated, quiet, grounded, and deeply authentic, has elevated you into a version of yourself that radiates from the inside out. Your person feels this shift profoundly. In fact, they are completely fixated on you, unable to ignore the magnetic pull you now carry. It isn't an obsessive fixation, but rather a deep recognition of your inner glow, a peaceful, stable energy that stands out from anything they have known before. Your calmness, your clarity, and your ability to remain centered have become qualities they admire more than they can express. They see you as someone who is not only powerful, but beautifully genuine, and it is this authenticity that has left such a major, unforgettable mark on them. Even though there has been silence between you, that silence has been anything but empty. Behind the scenes, your person has been thinking, planning, and strategizing their way back to you. They have spent a great deal of time reflecting on the connection, on their own behavior, and on the ways they allowed fear, insecurity, or past wounds to interfere with what you shared. Your presence in their life, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual, became a catalyst for something much bigger. Without even knowing it, you inspired them to confront the parts of themselves they once avoided. You pushed them, gently but firmly, toward facing their demons. And now, having done the inner work they once resisted, your person feels genuinely grateful. They look back on everything you brought into their life and realize it was meant to awaken them. Because of this transformation, they no longer want to run from the connection, nor do they want to bury their feelings. Instead, they want exactly what you once wished for, a union built on openness, trust, and mutual vulnerability. Yes, your person wants a reunion with you, and this time, they intend to show up as someone capable of giving and receiving love in a healthy, wholehearted way. The emotions they once hid so deeply are no longer something they want to keep locked away. They know they've held back. They know they've been guarded. But they also know that the time for hiding is over. Stepping out of their comfort zone isn't easy for them, but their desire to reconnect with you outweighs the fear that once kept them stuck. You, on the other hand, have carried this connection with remarkable grace. Even when things were unclear, even when silence felt heavy, you kept your faith. You trusted the divine, your intuition, and your own inner strength. You didn't chase, you didn't force, and you didn't lose yourself. Instead, you focused on growing, healing, and becoming the version of yourself that you are now, powerful, steady, intuitive, and aligned. Because of that unwavering faith and patience, you are about to be rewarded. The universe has watched you persist with an open heart, even when circumstances tempted you to close it. Your commitment to your spiritual path and your refusal to give up on something meaningful has opened the door for blessings to flow toward you. Now it is your person's turn to take action. The energy has shifted, and they can feel the nudge, almost a push, from their higher self urging them to step forward. They know they must make the first move. They know they can no longer stay silent or expect things to resolve on their own. The words that remained unspoken for so long are ready to finally be said. They want to express how they truly feel, what they have realized, and how deeply they have been affected by this connection. For a long time, your person has carried emotions they couldn't articulate, feelings of longing, appreciation, regret, hope, and love. These feelings didn't fade, they grew stronger, more defined, and more honest over time. Now they are ready to reveal everything they have held inside. They want to explain why they acted the way they did, why they pulled back, and how the connection has continued to tug at their heart. They want you to understand that their silence was not disinterest, but fear. Their distance was not rejection, but confusion. And now that they have gained clarity, they want to approach you without the armor they once hid behind. What is coming toward you is not just a conversation, but a breakthrough. A release of everything that was once suppressed. An opportunity to rebuild from truth rather than uncertainty. And through it all, you remain the steady force who has transformed, healed, and expanded in ways that make this reunion not only possible, but meaningful. Your journey has strengthened you, your person's journey has awakened them, and now the paths you both walked separately are leading back toward each other. The connection is entering a new phase, one built on clarity, openness, and the courage to speak the words that have been waiting to be heard. A lot of undesirable things have happened to us lately, and sometimes it feels as though every step we try to take forward is met with another obstacle pushing us backward. Since the moment we met, life has not always made things easy for us. We've both encountered difficulties, misunderstandings, and setbacks that would have easily broken something less meaningful, something built on anything other than genuine emotion. Yet in all the chaos, confusion, and hurt, one thing has remained unchanged, unshaken, even, and that is the love we continue to feel for each other. No matter how upset we get, no matter how angry or disappointed we may be in a moment, there is always this undeniable pull between us. At the end of the day, no matter what has happened, we still long for each other's presence. We still miss the beautiful times we shared, and we still find ourselves aching for the comfort of the bond we once held effortlessly. I often catch myself drifting into dreams and fantasies about us, about the life we could build if we could simply rest in one another without fear, without hesitation, without the shadows of the past darkening what could be so bright. I imagine the two of us escaping to a peaceful, romantic place, somewhere quiet, somewhere untouched by the noise of the world, where it's just you and me. No expectations, no pressure, no judgment. Only honesty, affection, and the chance to breathe together. Those images feel so vivid that sometimes I wonder if they are memories from another lifetime, or glimpses of a future waiting patiently for us to be ready. I understand the feelings you're experiencing right now, even if we don't always communicate them perfectly. I can sense the weight you carry, the tension between wanting to be close and needing to protect yourself. And I want you to know something deeply sincere: I will not give up on you. Not today. Not tomorrow. Not ever. To me, being myself, being whole, means being in your arms, being connected to you in a way that feels natural and right, even when the world around us feels uncertain. Before I met you, everything felt dim, as if I was walking through life in muted colors. I didn't realize how much I was missing until your presence lit something inside me that I didn't even know had gone dark. I do feel intimacy, deeper than I've ever admitted out loud, especially when it comes to you. It's not just physical, not just emotional, it's a blend of both, something that sits in the soul and refuses to be ignored. Your love didn't just make me happy, it transformed me. It helped me heal wounds I thought I would carry forever. It made me believe in softness again, in trust, in the possibility that two people could grow into each other instead of growing apart. But now I see a change in you. I see you guarded, holding back your emotions, shielding your heart as though you're bracing for impact. And I understand why, even if it pains me to acknowledge it. I know your hesitation, your fear, your silence, they all exist because of me. Because of my mistakes, my lies, my secrets, and my moments of withdrawal. I can feel the pain I've caused you, even though I never intended to hurt you. My silence wasn't meant to push you away, but I see now that it created distance I didn't foresee. My secrets weren't meant to break your trust, yet they left cracks where doubt could seep in. And the lies, even the small ones, even the ones told out of fear rather than malice, still left bruises on your heart that I wish I could erase with a single touch. I can sense the way you hold yourself now, more carefully, more cautiously. I see the moments when you want to reach for me but stop yourself, when you want to say something but swallow the words instead. I see the way you protect yourself from the possibility of being hurt again, and it breaks something inside me because I know I contributed to the reasons you feel that way. Yet even with all this pain, even with all the misunderstandings and frustrations, our connection continues to survive. It continues to breathe, to pulse, to fight for space between us, as if reminding us both that something this deep doesn't disappear simply because it becomes difficult. I want to fix the things I've damaged. I want to rebuild your trust, brick by brick, not with empty promises but with consistent actions, with transparency, with a heart that chooses you every single day. I want to show you that love can stay even when circumstances shift. I want you to feel safe again, to feel wanted, to feel seen. But I also know that healing takes time, and I don't expect you to lower your guard instantly. I only hope you allow me the chance to earn my place beside you once more. Despite everything, despite the storms we've walked through, I still believe in us. I believe in the moments that made us smile, in the nights we held each other close, in the conversations that made the world fade away. I believe that what we have is rare, not perfect, not always easy, but rare and real and worth fighting for. And I'm willing to keep fighting, as long as there is even a small piece of your heart that still reaches for mine. Your partner has always had a tendency to keep their deepest emotions locked away, not because they don't feel deeply, but because they feel too much. Their emotions for you run incredibly strong, passionate, intense, and sincere, but instead of expressing them openly, they bury them beneath layers of silence and self-protection. This secrecy doesn't stem from a lack of care. In fact, it is the exact opposite. They care so profoundly that the fear of losing you, of being abandoned, of not being enough, becomes overwhelming. So they choose to hide what's in their heart, hoping that maintaining control over their emotions will somehow keep them safe. Over time, however, this internal pressure has become heavy for them. Holding in so much passion, affection, and longing has started to feel like carrying a weight they can no longer ignore. They may appear calm or distant on the outside, but inside, they are wrestling with feelings they don't know how to express without risking vulnerability. This emotional burden has been building for a long time, and even though they try to suppress it, their eyes often tell the truth. Whenever they think of you, whether in memory or in silence, there is a softness, a yearning, and a depth that reveals what they cannot say out loud. No matter how much they attempt to stay composed, something in their gaze betrays their real emotions. You might have caught glimpses of it in the past, the way they looked at you as if you were the only one in the room, or the way their expression shifted when your name came up. Even now, that emotional imprint remains. Despite the time that has passed without proper communication or even seeing each other face to face, their feelings have not faded. In fact, the distance may have intensified their longing. They have spent many nights replaying old conversations in their mind, analyzing every word, wondering if things could have gone differently. While it may seem like they have been quiet or inactive, they have actually been planning their next move toward you in complete silence. They don't want to rush, and they don't want to come toward you with uncertainty. They want to be sure, to feel grounded, and to gather the courage to approach you without fear dictating their actions. Every step they intend to make is carefully thought out, shaped by their desire to reconnect with you in a way that feels sincere and meaningful. However, while they have been quietly planning and thinking, their mind has also been filled with doubts. They believe you have pulled away, that you are keeping your distance not out of convenience, but out of choice. They are convinced you might be trying to free yourself from the emotional weight of the connection, that you no longer want to feel stuck or tied to something that feels uncertain. Because they cannot read your thoughts and because communication has been limited, they have started imagining scenarios that feed their fears, They think you might be exploring other options or opening yourself up to other people, not because you want to, but because you may believe things between you and them are no longer moving forward. What they don't realize is that you are not entertaining anyone else. Even though there has been distance, your heart has not wandered. You have simply been giving space where you believed space was needed. You have been trying to protect yourself too, in your own way. But from their perspective, that silence feels like loss. They interpret your emotional stillness as a sign that you no longer feel connected to them, and this fuels their insecurity. Their fear of abandonment grows stronger when they imagine you drifting away or finding someone who offers a more stable or clear emotional presence. Inside, they are torn between their desire to return to you and their fear of being rejected. There is a part of them that wants to rush back into your life with full honesty, expressing everything they have held back. But another part hesitates, worried that if they speak too soon or reveal too much, they might push you further away. They are trying to find the balance between courage and caution. They want to approach you in a way that feels genuine, not desperate, and in a way that honors the connection they still believe exists between you both. Their next move, whatever form it takes, will come from a place of deep emotion. They are not seeking casual contact or surface-level conversation. They want to rebuild something meaningful, even if they don't know exactly how to start. Their silence has not been indifference, it has been preparation. Their distance has not been a sign of fading love, it has been fear wrapped in longing. In their heart, you have never been replaced. You have never been forgotten. And although they fear losing you, their feelings remain as strong as ever, waiting for the right moment to be revealed.